Hello, this is SeeWing Yee. Welcome from the University Network. I'm going to talk about, is there a foreclosure coming in the future, in the not too distant future? So, well, there's a $1 million question. So let's go over it, and I will do my best to give you my perspective. All right. So again, based on my research and data, I'm going to try to give you a high level analysis. Obviously, I'm not a foreclosure expert, but let me do the best I can. All right, so everything I'm talking about is, it's an estimation, it's based on various data. It's not a precise information. So anyway, and what we're having right now is approximately 3.1 million of homeowners throughout the US in some sort of a stress situation, non-payment. So we have to determine, some people are thinking, oh, there's going to be a foreclosure wave coming in 2021 and beyond and so forth and so on. But hold your horses, all right? I'm going to burst your bubble, all right? So let's go over the details. Uh, like I said, there are currently around 3.1 million homeowners in forbearance. So the question is, we have to decide, we have to determine what the percentage who will catch up with the payments and the percentage that will create a second, refinance or, try to redo the loan. And what's the percentage of homeowners will potentially will sell their property, right, without going through the foreclosure scenario? And finally, what's the percentage of people that will eventually lose their home through foreclosure, and the bank will take over, and then it will become a bank REO, bank real estate owned, if you will. So now you must understand the a quite large percentage of the people who is under forbearance right now. By the way, I believe the extension for forbearance is into March, the first quarter of this year. And who knows, there may or may not be another extension for a foreclosure moratorium, if you will, and will determine what the current Biden administration will come up with. So, not knowing that situation, uh, I believe that a large percentage of the people who are in forbearance, when the situation is lifted, they will be able to still retain their home. Why? Because according to most estimates, around 80% of the U.S. homes throughout the U.S. have equity. All right, because ever since the last recession, between 2000, after the last recession from 2010 to 2000, until now, really, for the past 10 years, 2010 to 2020, that has been a tremendous appreciation of homes throughout the US, right? And so, if so, right now, the people who are under forbearance, they are getting quote unquote, a free vacation. Free vacation, meaning they don't have to make payments, so they could ride through the pandemic storm and what have you. And a lot of these, I believe, a lot of these homeowners, they have the ability to pay, but hey, might as well to take advantage of the stimulus program of the government bailout, all those kind of things. Hey, one more thing I cannot forget to say is that this this situation is not like the last recession back in 2008, 2009, right? The current situation is the government do not want to have a housing crisis. So the government programs, as we all saw, with the stimulus, with the forbearance, with the moratorium, eviction moratorium, and all those kind of things, the government, the U.S. government, does not want to have a foreclosure crisis on our hand, because if that were to happen, we're going to have a very, very deep recession. So they're doing their best. The government doing their best with various, not just the federal, state government, county governments on different part of the country. They are trying to prevent a crisis. So they have a lot of stimulus programs available. So, and as I said earlier, around 80% of the people of homeowners throughout the U.S. have equity in their homes. So the worst case scenario, once the moratorium of the no need to, for mortgage payment is lifted sometime this year, later this year, many of the homeowners, they have equity. That means their value of their homes are more than the loan balance uh, that they have, right? So the only exception are people who use the government VA 0% down payment, the Veteran Administration, those military ex-veterans, for example, they can, in the past, they have obtained 0% down payment. And then the FHA buyers, right? FHA buyers, they put down 3.5% down payment. So those individuals are at the higher risk, those homeowners are at higher risk of uh, delinquency, because they don't have enough quote unquote skin in the game, right? They don't have that much equity because they put so little down payment. So that category of borrowers, the VA loan borrowers and the FHA loan borrowers, they are at higher risk of delinquency and even foreclosure than the general conventional loan borrowers. That said, once again, around approximately 80% of the homeowners that are under delinquency, under forbearance right now, with the worst case scenario, because they have more value of the home than the loan balance, they could either sell their properties through short sale, even, right? Short sale, even with people, even with homeowners that have the short sale means people have the loan is greater than the value of the home, and the best way to sell their homes instead of go through the foreclosure process is to negotiate with the mortgage lender to achieve a short sale, uh, and therefore it's not going to hurt the borrower's credit history, because short sale are not as bad as a foreclosure, so it's not going to have a significant ding on their credit history. So the people that are selling their homes after the forbearance ends, and the people can do a short sale later, uh, right? So a lot of them they're gonna release their homes into the regular market, into the multiple listing service, into the out in the public. And if that were to happen, then the uh, those inventories will be absorbed in a marketplace throughout the U.S. Right now, there's a tremendous amount of shortage of homes. So, in a way, by selling their homes, for many of these homeowners, uh, it'll be absorbed in a market, and those homes, believe it or not, will be very, very desirable. People can buy them. In fact, right, that will be. I even can say that a lot of those homes are not only are being going to be absorbed in our marketplace, there will be, I believe there will still be a shortage of homes given that scenario. And a lot of those homes will be in a multiple offer and bidding situation as well, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, even if they sell it, it's not going to be a discount, right? It'll be at list price. Oftentimes, when these homeowners sell their homes, it'll be probably at higher price. So if you expect any kind of discount, uh, well, you are in for a rude uh, awakening. Okay. So then now the people who's not willing to sell their home, right? after the foreclosure, I mean, the payment moratorium is lifted, they can still, as you can see here, they can still try to do a loan modification with a lender. You must understand the lender today, they do not want to become, they do not want REOs on their books. So not like back in 2008, 2009 during the last crisis. They do not want to be in a foreclosure market. The lenders these days would be more than willing to negotiate with the homeowners to do a loan modification, and then so that could be a very good situation. All right, so now you see what's happening is it's not that bad. Okay, it's we're not going to have a foreclosure wave, and yeah, I mean, so that's that. Now, frustrated landlords, yes, but when the eviction, now for those renters out there, right? You know, when the eviction moratorium is lifted, those tenants gonna, you know, gonna be out there looking for houses to rent. Actually, that bodes well for the real estate investors. And yeah, and then I would say out of the 3 million people who are delinquent right now, very few percent of them will go through the foreclosure process. Even the foreclosure process are initiated against some of those homeowners in the next few years. It'll take a long time, right? Because depending on the state, some state is in a judicial foreclosure system. Some states are non-judicial. So, I mean, the non-judicial states, it will take at least 90 days to initiate the foreclosure process, right? The notice of default, the NOD, if you will, it'll take at least 90 days. Then a lot of delay actions could occur before those houses will ultimately end up in the courthouse record. I mean, um, conversely, those non-judicial states where the foreclosure are going through the court system, I don't know what are those states. I do know one of those states are in Florida. Sometimes it takes 4, 5, or 6 years for those for those judicial state foreclosures to to reach out in the marketplace. So the foreclosure timeline would take a long time, anywhere from 1 year to 5 years, depending on the state, depending on whether a particular state is a non-judicial state or judicial state. So you know, I've been doing this for the past 15 years. I started the real estate investing business like 2004. So we've been through the real estate cycles. I went through uh, I experienced the 2008 2009 crisis real estate wise. So I understand uh, how the process works. So it's not that simple. So will there be some kind of foreclosures in the next few years? Yes, but it's not going to be a big wave, right? It will be a sporadic release of some inventories out there. So it'll be a small portion of the homes that are being sold out in the open market. So again, for some of the investors that are thinking, oh, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to buy any real estate. I'm going to wait until I buy those foreclosures. Even if there are some foreclosures out there, it's not going to be 30 to 40% discount. No, maybe 10% discount. Oftentimes it would be even no discount. You can buy at higher than the list price, even on those homes that are go through the court system, go through the foreclosure cycle into the bank, take it back as an REO, real estate owned, and they then the auction and all that. That's way down the road. So even if there are REO foreclosure properties out there in the marketplace in the next few years, if you are a mom and pop investor, you're going to be competing against the Wall Street hedge funds, right? Those big hedge funds, those big players, they can gobble up any those distressed homes out there. And a lot of, again, the homes that are being processed through, even before it hit the courthouse, oftentimes during the pre-foreclosure process, right? During the first few months of the pre-foreclosure, during the NOD, notice of default scenario, you will find a lot of savvy investors, big hedge funds also. They're going to try to negotiate with the stressed homeowner to take those homes out of quickly without going through the actual foreclosure process. Understand? Those are called pre-foreclosures. So it's very, very difficult, right? You have to know the game. You got to be a very experienced investor to able to find these kind of foreclosures that are coming down the pipe. And like I said, many of those homes will be sold during the pre-foreclosure scenario timeline, even before going the full circle into the bank's REO system, into the auction at the local courthouse. That's way down the road. All right. So I ask you to reassess your real estate action plan. Do not focus solely on foreclosures. That's not going to be the profitable way, in my opinion. So focus on what is out there. The other kind of inventories are out there for you to buy: turnkey, new construction, resales, whatever is available in the market at this particular time. So hopefully this helps. And again, the big recap is such that there will be some foreclosures. It will be sporadic in the next few years, but there will be no big wave of foreclosures. There will be no substantial discount. So that's what's happening. All right, so that's all I have. So hopefully this will help and continue with your real estate purchase journey. And we'll good luck. Thank you so much. This is SeeWing Yee from the Real Estate Network. Have a good day. Bye-bye.